What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another Classic WoW video for Mists of Pandaria Classic. Now a couple of days ago, like 4 or 5 days ago now, I made a video talking about one of the biggest problems in Mists of Pandaria. Did I say Cataclysm Classic at the start? Either way, we're back here with another Mists of Pandaria video, and a couple of days ago I made a video about the biggest problem right now in MOP Classic, and the thing is, this problem just keeps growing, and it's getting to a point now where I am sincerely asking Blizzard, if anyone is watching, listening, I'm going to try to send this message out as well to as many people as possible. Please do something. This is incredibly horrible to the game itself. We're talking about random dungeon finder here, and people abusing the kicking system to their advantage. Like, first of all, just to meme around, but also to get loot. People are abusing kicking right now, and it's crazy. In this clip you're watching right now, I am about to join a dungeon very soon. I am not doing anything wrong, I'm doing top DPS on both the trash and the bosses. I'm not ninja pulling, I'm not saying anything. The only interaction I had was to ask the priest for a stamina buff. And I ended up getting kicked, just because they thought that was funny. I think that's why, like, one person came to my stream afterwards and tried to, like, say haha, but it's a haha funny moment. I don't really care, but I think it's a really bad way for anyone who's new to the game to experience the game. People are kicking you for any reason whatsoever. If you're doing your questing in a dungeon, they will kick you for being too slow. If you don't know where to go, you will get kicked for not knowing where to go. If you're a new player right now, this is horrible. I would not recommend playing dungeons to anyone who's new, and that is a bad position to be in, when doing dungeons is something that you are actively, like, told not to do by somebody who's played the game a lot. It's rough out there. So kicking people is a big problem, and I think Blizzard can easily fix this. Number one, right now, it only requires 3 people to kick someone. I know this for a fact because somebody tried to kick somebody in my group. I pressed no, and the person still got kicked. So at the very least, it's only 3 people that is required to click yes, and then the person gets kicked. Make it 4, that will be one way to solve the problem. And also right now, if you get kicked, you will get deserter, by the way. So as I'm about to get kicked here soon-ish trademark, I'm gonna get deserter. So you will get kicked for no reason, and then you can't queue up again for 30 minutes. How does that make sense? Why are you the one getting a deserter? And so far, this has happened to me 3 times. I have been kicked before the first boss, and I still got deserter, and right about now, I asked for a stamina buff, and I'm gonna get kicked, and you will see that I'm getting deserter one more time. I said stam please, that is all I said, and instant remove from the group. So I got kicked, and now I have deserter. So I have been kicked before the first boss, got deserter, and now I got kicked after the first boss, and I still got deserter. No matter when you get kicked from the dungeon, you get a 30-minute debuff, which means you can't queue up again. This is a huge problem in Mists of Pandaria that I personally think, like, to me, if I get kicked, I just go back to questing, like here. I don't really mind that much, but I think it's horrible to the game itself, just objectively, and Mists of Pandaria arguably has more new players than any expansion we have had so far. Maybe TVC and Wrath has had some new players as well, like quite a lot actually, especially Wrath, but Cataclysm, I don't think that many people came back only to check out Cataclysm. That being said, Mists of Pandaria, there's a bunch of people who are coming back to check this out. It is a faster playstyle than Vanilla WoW and Classic WoW usually used to be, and it's like past the Cataclysm era. It is an expansion loved by many, and I think a lot of people are either coming back to Classic, but for the first time, or it's even their first time playing WoW, and they are met with being kicked, and getting a debuff for it. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that Random Dungeon Finder has always been perfect, it definitely hasn't, but I feel like right now it's in one of the worst states it has been in, possibly ever in WoW. I have never experienced anything like this, and I mean, we can blame this on the Dungeon Finder, but it's also the community. It's not like the Dungeon Finder, the system itself is kicking people, it is people that are kicking people, which means the community doing Random Dungeon Finder right now is the worst community it's ever been. That's kind of sad to say, by the way, but that's objectively what it is. If people are kicking people and that leads to the worst experience ever in Dungeon Finder, you can't really just blame the system. it's people as well. But Blizzard can definitely do something to prevent people from being such douchebags, absolutely. And number one is to make it require 4 votes instead of just 3, that is number one. And number 2, please take away the deserter. Why should you get kicked and get a deserter for it? To me, that makes absolutely no sense. If anything, the people that kick other people should get a deserter afterwards, like when the dungeon is over. That way there's a punishment for actually voting to kick. Now it's the other way around. There's no punishment for voting to kick, and there's a punishment for being kicked. That is completely the other way around. It should be the other way around. It is so stupid. But yeah, this is like all over Reddit as well, so we have this one. When a group of a-holes kick you from a group, you also get a 30-minute cooldown. This is somebody who quit the game, by the way, over the system being like this. A bunch of upvotes. Blizzard, please, listen to the community, try to gather feedback. I know you're trying to listen to feedback, but you're getting this feedback everywhere. There's been about 20 Reddit posts so far that has 1,000+ upvotes, by the way, about this problem. Where is the whole listening to feedback thing? When are you doing anything about this? Take away the deserter at the very least, but also make it require 4 votes. People are currently kicking people. Like, once again, let's just bring up some scenarios here. Number 1, you do quests in a leveling dungeon, which is what you are technically meant to do. You will get kicked for it, because people are trying to rush dungeons as fast as possible for their experience per hour, because, ooh, I can get 15 million experience per hour instead of 14 if you just hurry up. Like, bro, let him do his quests. And scenario number 2, there's 2 plate users in the same group. One of them is a tank, the other one is a DPS. The tank will then vote kick the DPS before any boss the tank wants loot on, because he can just kick you, get a new DPS in, and that DPS could be plate, leather or mail, and that way the tank now suddenly has all the loot to himself. This happens all the time, by the way, in heroics, especially on bosses that drops weapons or trinkets. And then you also have the third scenario, that is people just abusing the system because they think it's funny to give other people deserter, so they kick people for no reason whatsoever. For example, when I got kicked on my monk, I was doing top DPS, did not need any loot, did not do any quests, I barely even interact with the group, so I just got kicked, probably because it was funny. So those are 3 scenarios where you do get kicked right now. It is terrible. Blizzard, please do something, literally anything. Either way, let me know your thought on this whole scenario in the comments down below, and leave an upvote to help spread the message. Share the video, leave some comments, would be lovely. I will try to do what I can to maybe get some attention to this, but I'm a very small fish in a huge sea or lake. Can't really do much, but I'm doing what I can. Either way, I think it's bad for the game, objectively. I hope something gets done. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below, and thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Either way, I'll see you again in the next video very soon.